Hi guys, it's Kino. Welcome to another video. So today's pick a card reading is going to be messages and predictions for your month of January 2024. We are going to start off with a general overview of the month. So we will take a look at the main themes and the main energies of the month, as well as significant events and changes that will be coming your way. Then we're going to take a look at some specific areas of your life. So we're going to look at your love life and relationships, your career and studies, and your spiritual and personal growth. There are 3 readings for you guys to choose from today, so I'm going to show you each of these crystals up close one by one, and then please pick whichever one you feel drawn to the most. Number 1 is Kunzite. Number 2 is Thulite. And number 3 is Dalmatian Jasper. Okay, so as always, take all the time you need to pick. You can pause the video if you need to. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with number 1. Hi number 1s, so if you guys chose the Kunzite, this is going to be a reading all about your month of January 2024. We're gonna start off by taking a look at the general overview of your month, so the main themes, the main energies, and significant events and changes. So let's get started. Your first card is change. And it says in your lifestyle, in your work, in your relationships, change will be like a new chance for you, a new opportunity for you. Don't be afraid and accept this change and enjoy your new circumstances. And then we also have the world. Okay, so pretty clear with this card, a major, oh my gosh, as I'm talking about this, the camera timer is at 55 and we have the number 5 here. This is the number of change. Definitely confirming that a big theme for my group number 1s in the month of January is change. Things are definitely going to be different from this month forward than they have been up until now. I feel that some of you guys might be getting out of a rut or getting out of a stagnant situation. You're having like a refreshing change of pace in your life. With the world here, some of you guys could be in a different physical environment. You could be traveling or relocating if that's something that you're planning to do, or you could be surrounded by different people. People from all different walks of life, from different backgrounds. You could also be immersing yourself in a different culture, whether that is through travel or even something that you can do, like events you can attend or like something you can do where you currently are. You may be immersing yourself or learning about another culture. And it's also interesting how these go together. Like this literally says change the world. So I think another theme for you guys this month is recognizing the power that you have to make an impact on a large scale. Don't underestimate your power to change the world. I know that sometimes it can be discouraging when you feel like, oh, I'm just one person. I'm just this one small person. I can't make any significant impact, but you can. Your actions and your words can have a ripple effect. So this may also be a month where you're more conscious about the world and the collective rather than just your own individual journey. And you may be thinking a lot this month about how you would like to impact the world and what you can do on a personal level to, affect that change. So this could be about how you spend your money, like what businesses you give your money to and don't give your money to, where your food comes from, where your daily items come from, things like that, how your habits impact the environment, or you could be learning about what is going on in other parts of the world and like finding out how you can help, how you can make a difference. That might be something that is really like on your mind in the month of January. Another way of interpreting this, the world does talk about completion, like a cycle is being fulfilled. So you could be, it's like you might be completing a significant project or completing a significant stage of your life, and now you're like craving something new. It's as if you had been working on this project for many years, and now you're like, now that this is finally done, I don't even want to think about it anymore. I want to do something completely different. For example, maybe you were writing an essay about cats and you studied for like 3 years just about cats, and you wrote this whole essay. And when that's done, you're really proud of yourself, but you're like, I don't want to do anything with cats anymore, which I don't know if a human can even feel that way. I don't know if I could ever get tired of cats. It's just the first example that came to my mind when I saw my little cat here. But yeah, just like I'm proud of myself. I reached this milestone. Now I want to do something completely different. I'm like, it feels like you're kind of craving variety in your life and craving a little spice in your life. So let's take a look at your, well, this is not really an astrology card, but it does have some astrological associations on it. So let's take a look at your astro cards. We have Jupiter return. Oh my goodness. Lucky, with benefits. And we have Anael, the star of love and beauty. Serene, reassuring, creative, love, sensuality, reflection, and psychic ability. I help raise your vibration to the higher frequencies of joy and love to experience more passion in your life. Moonstone, Friday, and developing romance. Okay. I am noticing that there's kind of a common color scheme between these cards, with the backgrounds being blue on these, and then this angel is wearing a blue dress. Blue could be a lucky color for you, or this could be bringing attention to your throat chakra. Even with the sign of Taurus, Taurus rules over the neck and the throat. So, and that kind of goes back to change the world. I think this is maybe a month where you're realizing the power that your voice has, and maybe you're wanting more to like use your voice to positively impact each other's lives, whether you are, you know, sharing messages of encouragement, whether you are sharing your knowledge and advice that could help others on their journey, whether you are bringing awareness to issues in the world to people who need our help. Like, I think you're really in an expressive energy this month. You could also be in a very creative energy, because the throat chakra can talk about creativity, as well as, you know, Venus, it's like beauty, it's art. So you could be expressing yourself creatively a lot this month as well. Whether you are sharing that with the world or it's just something that you do for your own personal enjoyment, that's up to you. But it could be something that you're really drawn to, especially in January. And we have love and beauty here as well. So, and developing romance. So this is a month of romance for you guys as well. For those of you who are single and looking for a romantic partner, this could be a month where you are meeting someone new. If you're already in a relationship or you already have a person, I would say that things are definitely going very well with them. And I think beauty is simultaneously about you seeing beauty in the world and being inspired by it, but also recognizing and appreciating your own beauty inside and out. This could be a month where you are changing something in your appearance, or just paying more attention or putting more effort into your appearance, and that being something that is enjoyable for you. I also feel like saying that a white dog could be significant to this group, or a wolf could be a significant spirit animal. I love that we have a message of raising your vibration with, you know, this expansive energy of Jupiter. I think January is only the beginning for this group of things starting to get better in your life. Like, this change, I really do see it as a positive thing. It's like you've maybe been stuck or stagnant or feeling unmotivated in some ways, and it's like the energy is just getting lighter and lighter from here on out. Jupiter return, by the way, this is very specific, but it happens basically every 12 years in your life. Like when you turn, well, not exactly when you turn, but when you're 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, this is like a blessed and lucky time. If you are happening to turn one of these ages in January, happy birthday. And actually, happy birthday to anyone whose birthday is in January. But regardless of your age or when your birthday is, I do think that this is a lucky month for you. You might notice a lot of happy coincidences orchestrating for you. You might notice a lot of synchronicities, and especially signs and synchronicities confirming to you that you're on the right path. I'm also thinking of benefits in the sense of like job benefits. So you could be benefiting from the benefits of your job in the month of January. And yeah, just experiencing, like this card says, experiencing more joy, experiencing more love, experiencing more passion with serene and reassuring. It definitely seems like your mental health is in a more calmer and peaceful state this month. Even if there are stressful things, it seems like you're able to manage that quite well, and for the most part, stay very peaceful. In terms of dates that could be significant this month, we have 5, 6, 21, and then if we add up this 49, that would add up to 13. So the 5th, the 6th, the 13th, and the 21st could be important dates in the month of January. Also, a Taurus person could be significant, as well as Sagittarius and Pisces, because those are the signs that are ruled by Jupiter. Okay, so let's take a look at our tea leaf cards to see any other events that you should know about or any other messages from your spirit guides. Ooh, we have box. You will receive a gift. Lily with spiritual love. Oh, that's so sweet. So maybe this gift is spiritual love. And then we have wealth. Okay, receiving many gifts. Yeah, there's definitely some kind of love that is blossoming for you here. We have the frequencies of love, developing romance, the planet Venus, spiritual love. Love is in the air for you guys this month. That much is clear. We also have this wealth card with money literally falling from the sky. And just thinking about benefits, there might be some kind of like payment that you are entitled to that you didn't realize, or you're getting some like check in the mail that you got this much money and you're like, I didn't even know this was a thing. Awesome. Like, cause money just falling from the sky, it seems to you like it's coming out of nowhere. You could also be receiving a gift of money. Like maybe it's your birthday, or maybe someone wants to celebrate a milestone of yours and they, like, instead of getting you a present, maybe they give you money. And yeah, that's pretty straightforward. So let's get into the specific areas of your life now. So I have one tarot card and one oracle card each for the specific areas of love and relationships, career and studies, and spiritual and personal growth. So let's get started with your love, life, and relationships. Oh my gosh, for your tarot card, we have the King of Crystals, which is the King of Pentacles. And we have the keywords courage and commitment. And then for your oracle card, we have wedding or marriage. More like marriage. Wow, so are you guys getting married? This could very well be that perhaps you are attending a wedding in January, or someone close to you is getting married or engaged. But if you are already in a committed relationship, this is maybe just for a few of you, but you could be getting engaged, or maybe you already know that you're getting married in January and this makes a lot of sense to you, in which case, congratulations. And if you are currently single, or you don't feel that you are close to getting married, of course we can interpret this as symbolic for a long-term commitment. And the King of Pentacles, like, that's the exact same thing. This is someone who is serious, who's committed, who's in it for the long haul. The way the tiger is looking at the married people, if you're single, I think someone could be coming in who is really seriously thinking about getting married, like who really wants to get married or wants to have a life partner. Or if you're already with someone, they could be thinking a lot about your long-term future together. Maybe they are thinking about popping the question, or they want you to pop the question. Any way you look at this, this is about a serious long-term committed relationship. So for those of you who don't have a person in mind yet, I really, really think this is indicating at least you meeting them in the month of January. The King of Pentacles would indicate someone who, they could be an earth sign actually, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, but I think more so it's indicating someone who is down to earth, reliable, hardworking, responsible. They could be older than you, or them being a king is just indicating them being really in their personal power, really mature. Like their energy has matured. They really know who they are. They know their place in this world. I also often see with the King of Pentacles, someone who's really sure of their purpose. Like they have a strong sense of their direction in life and what their role is and what they're meant to do. So I think that being around this person would be very inspiring. They could be materially wealthy, or they could be like well on their way to reaching material wealth. Because of their commitment to what they do. I just think this is someone who, no matter what it is in life, they're going to take it seriously. They're going to commit. They don't like to do things half-assed, and they don't like to waste time. And this could also be someone who's more traditional when it comes to relationships, in the sense that like they do want to like get married and make that official. Yeah, the messages are super straightforward today. With the tiger here, a year of the tiger person could be significant as well. So 1998 is a year of the tiger, 1976 is a year of the tiger, and then going back 12 years like that. The number 30 could be significant as well. Maybe someone is 30 years old, or someone will be getting married at the age of 30. Or something could be happening with this relationship like on the 30th or at the end of the month. Or someone could be born on the 30th. Yeah, it could be a lot of things. So next we are going to take a look at your career and studies. So we have the 8 of Acorns, which is the 8 of Wands, energy and results. 1717, as I'm holding up this card. Oh, 17 actually adds up to 8, so 8 is coming through very strongly. That's a number of abundance, which is great to come up when we're talking about your career. But also, 17 is the number of the star in tarot. So that's a bright future. That's wishes coming true. We also have belovedness. And we have the number 16, which is the number of the tower. So we have the tower and we have the star. This could be a month where in your career or studies, it's like some kind of hope is being restored after a setback. Like you were feeling discouraged and then you had a breakthrough. I think when it comes to a professional goal of yours or an academic goal of yours, there's this energy where things are going to be, I want to say the messiest. Things are going to be the messiest, the most chaotic, and the most discouraging when you are on the verge of a breakthrough. It's kind of like that expression, it's always darkest before the dawn. That's how I feel about your career journey or your academic journey. So if you feel like everything is hitting the fan, if you feel like everything is going wrong, if you're feeling lost or discouraged, you are actually like right on the brink of your success. With the 8 of Acorns, with the 8 of Wands here, is that an eel? I think it's an eel. But anyway, with the Eight of Wands here, this is like manifestation. And we very often see in the Eight of Wands card, like wands coming down from the sky. Like your wish is being grounded. Your wish is being granted. You may also have an energy in your career where it's like things have been slow for a very long time, but then when they do pick up, it's kind of all at once. So an example of this energy would be like, maybe you have, let's say you have an online shop and you've had like no orders or very, very few orders for months. And then all of a sudden, maybe like one of your products goes viral and now you have so many orders coming in one day that you can't even fulfill them all. The Eight of Wands often makes me think of like a 0 to 100 situation, and especially because the energy of the Tower and the energy of the Star came through, it's like the happiest moment will come after the lowest moment kind of thing. But things are definitely speeding up here. You could have a lot going on at once right now. So within your job, you could have multiple tasks or multiple responsibilities that are all really active at the same time. Or you could be like, maybe you're a student and you have like 6 exams all in the month of January and you have to study for all of them at the same time. Or you have to study for your exams and go to your job at the same time. The Eight of Wands, it's this feeling of you running around and having to do a lot of things at once, or at least this is how I feel with the energy. But it's positive, right? Like everything is going well, but it could just be a little bit tiring. Also, looking at how this eel is looking at the wedding. Some of you guys might be overwhelmed. Like if you are getting married, you could be like working and planning a wedding at the same time, or like going to school and planning a wedding at the same time, or you have a wedding to attend, but you also have a lot of work to do. It's just funny how these are kind of like coming together. And even like the fact that there's a couple here and it's talking about love and belovedness. I definitely think this is an indication of you genuinely liking or even loving the people that you work with. It could also be an indication of like, there's definitely some milestone that you are reaching this month, and this could be indicating your loved ones coming together to celebrate you and to let you know how proud they are of you. And there's maybe like an animal who is significant, because this makes me think of like a couple that has, there's a rabbit in all of these cards, but just the way that there's like a couple and a little white animal, and then this angel has her white animal. I wonder if some of you guys are like, you have a companion animal or you'll be getting one and they happen to be white, or maybe there is one on the other side who is watching over you and who is really proud of you. But I think what we're gonna see in the month of January is like things are really picking up and speeding up, and it's kind of overwhelming, and then they cool down. With the number 16 here, I'm thinking that's like halfway through the month. So the first half of the month could be really crazy, and then the second half of the month is finally calming down. You can like take a breather, you can enjoy the fruits of your labor, you can spend time with your loved ones. Things will cool down towards the end of the month. So finally, we are going to look at your cards for spiritual and personal growth. So, oh, love. Love is in the air. That's for sure. We have the Lovers with the keywords choice and trust, and 2323 as I'm showing you this card. This is, oh, by the way, this is Gemini energy. This is Sag energy, which I think we mentioned before. And then we have rest. Yeah. So, and there's so much repeating stuff. Like there's repeating 8s here. There was repeating 5s at the beginning of the reading, and now there's repeating 6s. Yeah. So talking about signs and synchronicities that let you know when you're on the right path. If you're someone who sees a lot of angel numbers and you're wondering what it means, it's very likely your spirit guide's just telling you like, keep going, you're on the right path. You're doing good. You're doing a good job. yeah, love is a major theme for you guys. Being in love, celebrating love, showing gratitude to your loved ones. I really feel like your love is expanding. Your love is expanding. You could be genuinely just, I think you're just feeling like you are love, and you feel love for the whole world. Something else, by the way, I'm totally changing the subject, but we had Friday here, and then Jupiter relates to Thursday. So there could be something that you're like committing to doing on Thursdays and Fridays this month. But anyway, let's take a look at these. So we have the Lovers and we have Rest. You know what I think this is? Like, I think a big thing of this month is, like I said, just feeling gratitude for your loved ones, but also accepting love and help from your support system, and recognizing that when people love you, showing up for you and supporting you makes them happy, and to not feel selfish about asking for help. I think there's something that you're quite busy with, like we kind of talked about here, and these are your loved ones like rushing to your aid to support you. So for example, in that example of the student who has a lot of exams this month, maybe like your significant other or a parent is stepping in, and you know, they're bringing you tea, or they're taking care of more of the housework, or they're bringing you food while you're studying. They're like rallying to lighten the load for you so that you can do the work you need to do, and so that you can complete this project or complete this cycle, and you can reach this milestone. And then, but then also when you reach it, like they're rallying to celebrate you. So I think it's just a month where you're really going to see, oh my gosh, this is making me emotional. Like, you're really going to see the power of your support system. And, you know, it takes a village to do a lot of stuff, right? Like nobody reaches their success completely on their own. And it's really touching what we can accomplish when we come together and help each other. And I think this is a month where you're really seeing the beauty of that and appreciating it. And I don't know, it's just like, imagine what we could do for the world if we all came together. It's really sweet. So, but yeah, I think this month is about like, you're working hard towards a goal and allowing and appreciating your support system coming in. And like this, I'm taking this very literally as, you know, you have work to do, and this is your loved one, like making you tea and bringing you snacks, making sure that your brain stays fueled so you can do what you need to do. It's very sweet. And I think also recognizing the seasons in your life, you know, this is Gemini energy, which talks about change and, you know, working really hard when life calls for that. But then when you reach your goal, to then allow yourself to take a breather, to just exhale, lighten your load, celebrate yourself, celebrate how far you've come, and allow yourself to rest and rejuvenate without thinking about like what the next thing is going to be. Just taking that moment to recuperate your energy and embracing those different seasons of life. Okay, so for the last part of this reading, I just wanted to look at a few oracle cards as like affirmations or words of encouragement for you. We're literally just talking about this. Like this is a pause, this is a break. Pause, take a moment, close your eyes, relax your body, just breathe slowly, deeply. Oh, I welcome miracles into my life. And miracles can also come during moments of pause in your life. They don't always have to come when you're hustling really hard. They can come in moments of stillness too. And then we have the Age of Light. So if you needed any more confirmation that the energy is getting lighter for you, that things are getting better, this is it. The Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. You've been waiting for this energetic shift. Yeah, I'll just reiterate at the very end. I really feel this is a month where like we are getting out of our funk. We are getting out of our rut. Group number ones, these are all of the messages that I have for you. So I'm going to end your reading here. Thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you are watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself. Stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. If you enjoy my content and you'd like to find me elsewhere, I'm going to link down below my tarot reading Instagram, my personal Instagram, my Patreon, where you can watch dozens of exclusive pick a card readings just like this one, and you can also decide on topics for future readings. I will link my music channel, which includes the intro song of this video. That is an original song. I will also have my latest release link down below. And finally, my vlog channel and my merch, which features the floating temple that was at the start of this video. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, my channel, and anything I do. I really appreciate having you here. I really appreciate your support, and I'm sending so much love to you, to everyone who appeared in this reading, either directly or indirectly. Sending lots of love to your higher self, your spirit guides, your spiritual team, and all of your loved ones, both here on earth and in the other realms. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Hi number twos, so if you guys chose the Thulite, this is going to be your reading all about your month of January 2024. So we're going to start off with the general overview of your month. This is going to include the main themes and main energies, as well as significant events and changes that will be coming your way this month. So to start off, we have freedom. I am going to just really paraphrase this excerpt here, but it's basically saying that now you can live life on your own terms. You are completely free. You can let go of old ways of thinking and start a new way of life that is more lighthearted. So freedom is a big theme for you guys in the month of January. Actually, the very first thing that comes to my mind when I sit with the energy of this card for you is some of you guys are breaking a habit or breaking a pattern that perhaps in the past you didn't have like the willpower to do it. So you could be breaking a bad habit, you could be breaking an addiction, you could also be freeing yourself from like attachments, like maybe there was something or someone that you once obsessively thought about and now you just like don't care about it anymore. Like your mind is free. This could also be talking about like financial freedom. It could be talking about a freedom in terms of your living situation, getting to choose where you live or getting to choose where you go. If there's any situation you've been in that you really felt trapped, like maybe there was a job that you really felt stuck in, something that you dreaded doing every day, or a responsibility that you really didn't want to have, this could also be indicating that you are free from that. But like this card says, I think you're feeling a lot more lighthearted. Something that was once weighing on you is not weighing on you anymore. We also have the Empress, beautiful. Abundance, prosperity, the manifestation of your desires. I think this is you. You're embodying this Empress energy. You are no longer tied to things that don't fulfill you or don't serve you, and you can start planting your seeds. There's this feeling of, it's like your hard work was not going where you wanted it to go, and now you can really plant your seeds where you want it to go. You can make efforts for what you're passionate about, or you can make efforts towards what fulfills you. And let's take a look at our astrology cards. We have Aries with I am. So yeah, this month is all about you. You could be really focused on yourself, focused on your personal growth, focused on your own goals. And I really think this is coming after a time of maybe like your energy being drained away or taken away by other people or other things, or some kind of like obsessive thoughts that were taking your energy away. But now it's all coming back to you. It's like you're reclaiming your energy, you're reclaiming your personal power. And we also have Metatron, and we have Angel of the Divine Presence, Miracles, Powerful Change, Akashic Records, Sudden Shift, Spiritual Growth, and Hyper Focus. I help you discover and develop your personal spiritual power and learn to use it to make a better world. We have Ametrine, 3 months, and Act Now. So this could be indicating, this 3 months, it could be indicating that in the next 3 months, you're really like getting your stuff together, or that you will see manifestations appearing in the next 3 months. However, if there's like a specific thing that you're waiting for, a specific goal, a specific manifestation, I think this is letting you know that it's going to be coming within 3 months from now. Also, something that's really cool is that we have Ametrine. This is a stone that beautifully fuses the energies of divine masculine and divine feminine. And I'm noticing that that's what we have here, because Aries is ruled by the planet Mars, so that's masculine energy, and the Empress is ruled by the planet Venus, so that's feminine energy. And so, and even like having the number 2 here, it feels like it's focusing on that duality or on that balance. So balancing your masculine and feminine energy could be another theme for you in the month of January. And really self-empowerment. There's also a feeling that you could be escaping from a victim mentality, or escaping from a kind of defeatist or pessimistic mentality of like, there's nothing I can do anyway, or it's not gonna work anyway, so why even bother trying? Especially, like, I can definitely relate to this, where if I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get my shit together and I'm gonna finally start working on this goal, or if I'm like, I'm gonna get it together and break this habit, I will like try many times and fail many times. So you might have that mentality of like, it's never worked before, so why would this time be any different? Like, I just can't do this, I should just give up. But I feel like this could be a month where you are really breaking a tough cycle. And I think it has to do with something that takes willpower, or something that takes drive, and it takes optimism as well. Because if you're going in from the start thinking that, oh, it's not really gonna work anyway, it's almost like you're already giving up from the start. I hope that that makes sense. I feel like I'm maybe not wording it in the best way, but it's like you're no longer going to just accept the circumstances that you're not happy with. You're realizing that you can do things to change them, and maybe just because you failed in the past, it doesn't mean that you are doomed to fail over and over again. You can always turn the tides. You can. That's miracles. You can create miracles. You can create powerful change. We also have like sudden shift. So, and hyper focus. Something might just kind of switch within you. It's like a switch went off, and something that you used to struggle with so much, suddenly you have all of this focus and mental clarity. Yeah. I'm just gonna get my phone because I want to see when the moon is in the signs of Aries and Taurus in the month of January. These could be important dates. So the moon is going to be in these signs from the 16th to the 20th of January. Between the 16th and the 20th could be important dates, or these could also be indicating like zodiac signs that will be significant. So an Aries or a Taurus person, whether that's your placements or the placements of someone else who is significant. So let's take a look at our tea leaf cards to see anything else that you need to know. We have bridge with successfully overcoming a problem. Makes a lot of sense. Kite with vacation. And dragon with beware of self-delusion. Interesting. When I look at these together, it's like you're experiencing success in some area of your life. But then with vacation and self-delusion, I guess there's this feeling of don't get too comfortable, I think. And I think this is just a reminder from your spirit guides that things do require maintenance. So the same way it took efforts for you to achieve your goal, now it's also going to take efforts to keep it up. It's not really like, oh, I did it, I reached my goal, I can relax now. So yes, you are having a breakthrough in something you've been trying many, many times to achieve. You are having this breakthrough, and yes, you should celebrate that, and yes, you should take a break if you need it. But there's a feeling of like, be careful about getting too comfortable or believing that your work is over, because now we want to maintain things. And the example that's coming to my mind is like, if someone was on a fitness journey and they reached their goals, and it's like, okay, you reached your goal, and now we have to keep showing up every day so that we can stay where we want to be. Or even like when you study a lot for an exam, and then the second the exam is done, you forget everything. It's like, wow, you learned all of this info, so now let's keep showing up and let's keep this routine so that we can retain the info. Maintenance is like coming up here, and that's very important for this group in a certain area of your life. And even with boundaries, like asserting your boundaries in relationships, it takes a lot of courage to state your boundary, but you also have to keep showing up for yourself and maintain them. Sometimes you need to keep repeating them to people. It's not just like, oh, yay, I stated my boundary, now my relationship's gonna be peaceful forever. Like, you have to keep maintaining them. So yeah, I just wanted to give a few examples of that energy. And yeah, so that concludes the general overview part of your reading. So we are going to move into the specific areas of your life now. I have one tarot card and one oracle card each for your love life and relationships, your career and studies, and your spiritual and personal growth. So let's start off with your love life and relationships. For your tarot card, we have the Two of Crystals, which is the Two of Pentacles, and we have the keywords balance and adaptability. And then we have forgiveness. Okay. So it could be a relationship between you and someone else, like a specific person, in which you are forgiving them or they are forgiving you. This could also be indicating a reconciliation that's happening between you and someone else. And you may also be forgiving yourself. Forgiving yourself for patterns that you may have perpetuated in your relationships, or mistakes that you made, or even forgiving yourself for like not showing up for yourself, for not defending your boundaries. It's okay. You were always doing the best that you could, and you're learning. And yes, you will probably make mistakes in the future too. That was my doorbell, and very interesting that a doorbell should ring when we're talking about relationships, because I feel like that could be a sign of a new person entering into your life. But what we were talking about is just basically making peace with the fact that you're not perfect and that you are doing your best, and forgiving yourself for mistakes that you've maybe made in the past and that you will maybe make in the future too. With the Two of Pentacles here, this is a card that makes me think about reciprocity and working together. So this could be indicating a romantic interest or a romantic partner with whom you have this beautiful reciprocal relationship, or it could be indicating the energy of your relationships in general this month. But yeah, with the two, it does feel like a couple or two parties, and both are willing to make an effort. I imagine, like, because there's two pentacles, right? Each person is bringing their coin. Each person is bringing something to the table. Each person is making their effort. And so there's kind of this feeling of you and another person promising to do that for each other. And I also feel like there's something about, with balance and adaptability, promising to, like, I don't know how to say this, but I guess like fill in for the other person when they're not at 100%. So like if you're in a couple with someone, or even if you're in a friendship with someone else, there's maybe times where they are going to have a lot on their plate, or they're going to be going through something. They're going to be stressed out. They're going to be like in low spirits, whatever it might be. And they might not be able to show up as their 100% self. And in those moments, maybe you do a little bit extra in the relationship. But then the same goes both ways, that when you are not able to give your 100%, they will fill in for you. So it's not this one-sided thing where one person is always coming through and always doing all the work. It's with the efforts that we put in together, we make it 100%. And sometimes you might be a little bit down and I'll fill in, and then I might be a little bit down and you'll fill in, but we will look out for each other like that. We will support each other like that. And we will adapt to the circumstances. Like when life gets a little bit tough, we're here to make it easier for each other. So I think that's the type of relationship, romantic relationship, that you have in the month of January, or it's what you're experiencing in relationships in general this month and what you are really grateful for. So let's take a look at your career and studies. We have the Shadow, self-empowerment, ambition. This is the Devil card in traditional tarot. Ooh, very good card for career. This is like bearing fruit, fruitfulness. Amazing. And this is actually, both of these are Capricorn energy. A Capricorn person could be significant, or, you know, the first 3 weeks of January are going to be Capricorn season. So Capricorn season could be a very abundant time for you. And we even had this Empress, which was talking about abundance and prosperity. Yeah, this is a beautiful card and pretty straightforward. This is like your hard work paying off. You know, with Capricorn and Saturn energy, there's a feeling that you have been very disciplined, that you've worked really hard, and that this is like the fruits of your labor that you deserve. For those of you who are working towards a specific goal right now, you will get your desired outcome, and you may even get better than your desired outcome. I have this image of someone who was hoping that they could get at least 80% on an exam, and then they actually get 90%. Or someone who was hoping to reach, you know, this amount in sales, and it's actually like 1.5 times what they had originally hoped. I do think you will be going above and beyond and exceeding your expectations. And for those of you who do have like an authority figure in your job, or like someone that you answer to, a boss, a superior, a teacher, they're going to be really impressed by you as well. Especially in work. It's like they're surprised by your results, and not surprised in the sense of like, oh, I didn't think you could do that, but just that objectively the results are so impressive. So, you know, let's say you hit X dollars in sales based on your hard work. Like your boss is genuinely surprised because maybe they're like, I've never seen it this high before. There's just feeling of like you're blowing them away. For those of you who do have like a boss or someone whom you answer to. Also, for those of you who had an authority figure who's kind of a pain in the butt, for lack of a better word, and you've maybe just kind of held your tongue, or maybe you have a client or clients, customers who are like a little bit demanding or a little bit picky or just a pain to deal with sometimes. If you have, you know, just kind of held your tongue and accommodated those people, I also think it's really going to pay off in the end. Like, for example, let's say, for some reason I want to say, let's say you're a wedding planner and you had some clients who had a lot of demands, and maybe they weren't always the most realistic, or maybe they were like changing their mind a lot, and it was kind of stressful to work for them. But then when all is said and done, they're like, thank you so much, and maybe they like give you a generous tip, or they write you this beautiful heartfelt letter about how much they appreciate that you went above and beyond to like meet their every demand, and maybe they rave about you to all of their friends and you get more business. So it's like, you may be going through some things that are stressful, frustrating, maybe even annoying right now, but it's all going to pay off in the end. You are going to get not only like the compensation that you deserve, but the appreciation, the recognition, the positive, what do you call it? The positive buzz, the positive word of mouth around you. Like, it's all going to be worth it. Yes. And then finally, oh, it's upside down. Let's take a look at your cards for spiritual and personal growth. For your tarot card, we have the Moon. And for your oracle card, we have good luck. Wonderful. So we have the Moon, and we also have the keywords imagination and perception. And then with this good luck card, we have the number 17, which is making me think of the star in tarot. So feeling fulfillment, feeling like the future is promising. And also this rainbow is reminding me of the 10 of Cups, which is also like emotional fulfillment and happiness. And I think that something that's occurring in your personal growth is, it's really about stepping into an energy of gratitude, but kind of realizing that you are already lucky in so many ways. And you may be moving out of this energy of waiting for lucky things to happen to you, and sort of shifting your perception that it's not something that comes to me or something that happens to me, but something that I can look around and perceive all around me already. Feeling lucky for the little things around you every day, or feeling gratitude for the little things around you every day. It's really very simple, but I think this is something that is really going to boost your happiness and boost your mood in the month of January. And this owl is kind of saying to me, this is really the key of life at the end of the day. I'm just thinking of the wisdom that this owl has, and this owl, it's making me think of like an older person. This owl could be a sign of like a loved one of yours who has passed on to the other side, especially an elder person, like a grandparent or a great-grandparent, or your ancestors could visit you through owls. But there's a feeling of like an old soul that has been through their life here on earth. And it's like before they leave this earth, they pass on the message to their grandchildren. They pass on the message to their descendants of like, this life is really just about appreciating the small things. And I wish I knew that when I was younger. I was always busy like chasing the next big thing and wanting more and more. And I wish that I had realized more that there was already so many things around me to feel grateful for, that while I was wishing for this other thing, I was already so lucky to have what I did in that moment. And I think there's also this feeling of joy and relief that you're realizing this and you still have so much of your life ahead of you. And it's like this feeling of being happy that you figured it out. Like you really figured out a key of life, and really, you're really embodying it, because I think it's so easy for us to say it, but it doesn't always really soak in. Like it's so easy to say, appreciate the small things, be grateful for what you have. But I think that this is a month where you're really genuinely feeling that. Like it's really a truth that is grounded within you. And then when you're grateful for what you already do have, when these big blessings come in, like this fruitfulness, the gratitude that you can feel and the joy that you can feel for them just multiplies. You're just really getting into that energy of gratitude and contentment. And it's very beautiful to see. Capricorn and Pisces energy are quite strong in this section of the reading, because we got Capricorn here, we got Pisces here, and then this is Jupiter in Capricorn. So Jupiter is Pisces, Capricorn is Capricorn. So those two signs are coming through quite a bit. And you know what's so cool about that is that we were talking about the next 3 months being important, and assuming you're watching this, because this is going up in Capricorn season, leading up to January, that is the next 3 months. Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces season, like that. So could be emphasizing that the next 3 months are going to be really significant for you. And of course, someone with those placements could be significant. But before we finish off the reading, I just want to take a look at some final oracle cards for words of encouragement or messages and guidance for you. We have declutter, clean, organize, and prioritize, simplify your life. So this is a piece of advice for you from your spirit guides. I definitely think this is talking about your home, keeping your home decluttered, keeping your home clean, keeping things organized. And it also could be talking about your schedule, your commitments, your social circle. But I really think there's something about decluttering your physical space that will help you enter this energy of hyper focus, and will help you break patterns, and will help you commit to your goals and commit to building better habits. You may not realize the impact that your physical environment has on you. Like if you're in a cluttered space, it might be bringing down your focus, bringing down your motivation levels. I know personally, like when I do clean my house, and then, you know, like when you clean a room and then you leave and walk back in, and it's like, it just feels so good. Keeping a clean space like that could contribute to your focus and productivity, maybe more than you realize. And it could be a key ingredient in having this breakthrough. We have, today is a sacred gift from life. Exactly. Like this is exactly what we were talking about with this owl, just being grateful for every day, being grateful for every moment. Having a daily gratitude practice could also be a way to get you into the zone and to get you focused. Even if it's just for a few minutes at the start of your day, like even just writing down or saying out loud one thing that you are grateful for, taking a few deep breaths. It really doesn't have to be anything crazy. I personally find that centering myself and grounding myself, it really doesn't take that long to just get out of your head and just pause and calm back down. And I mean, start little. Of course, if you want to do it for longer, that is great too. But I guess I just want to say it only really takes these little steps every day. And then for your last card, wow, answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? So a lot of you guys, a lot of you are already embodying your life purpose with the work that you're doing. Or a lot of you are already doing it, but for some of you, January could be the month where you are really concerned with what your purpose is, and it's something that is heavily on your mind. Yeah, I feel like many of you who chose this group, you have identified your purpose, and this card is perhaps even a confirmation for some of you that yes, this is your calling. Yes, this is what you are supposed to do. If you really don't feel that you have found your purpose, I think this could be a month where that is a big focus for you. It's something that you are thinking about a lot. And I want to say that you don't necessarily have to go actively looking for your purpose. I think if you just set that intention and you keep that in your mind every day, the universe and your higher self have a beautiful way of just leading you there. I think you're able to find it without so actively looking for it. So my group number 2s, these are all the messages I have for you. So I'm going to end your reading here. Thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. If you enjoy my content and you'd like to find me elsewhere, I'm going to have linked down below my tarot reading Instagram, my personal Instagram, my Patreon, where you can watch dozens of exclusive pick a card readings just like this one. And you can also suggest topics for future readings. I will link my music channel, which includes the intro song of this video that is an original song. I'll also have my latest release link down below. And finally, my vlog channel and my merch, which features the floating temple that was at the start of this video. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, my channel, literally anything I do. I'm so grateful to have you here, and I'm sending so much love to you, to anyone who appeared in this reading, either directly or indirectly. Sending love to your higher self, your spirit guides, your spiritual team, and all of your loved ones, both here on earth and in the other realms. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Hi, number 3s. So if you guys chose the Dalmatian Jasper, this is going to be your reading all about your month of January 2024. We're going to start off with the general overview of your month. So we're going to take a look at the main themes and the main energies of your month, as well as significant events and changes that will be coming your way. So your first card is Inspiration. So this is going to be a big theme for you in the month of January. This little creature is so cute. He's having an epiphany. To paraphrase the passage, or I don't know what you call it, the excerpt on this card, basically this is talking about receiving intuitive hits and taking inspired action based on what your intuition tells you, rather than just, you know, trying to analyze the situation with your logical mind and do what is like common sense or what makes the most sense with finger quotes. So the downloads will be coming in strongly in the month of January. And then we also have the High Priestess, 111 on the camera timer as I am showing you this card. Look out for repeating numbers, angel numbers, as they are likely serving as confirmations to things that you are thinking about. It's almost like your spiritual team saying, yes, that thing you just thought about, you are correct. Yes, there is something to that. That is crazy how well these two cards go together. Like the High Priestess, she's literally all about turning inwards, listening to our intuition, listening to our inner guidance, and, you know, answers coming from inside ourselves rather than from the outside world. If there is a particular like problem that you're struggling with right now, or like a decision that you have to make and you are searching for an answer, I really think with these two cards together, it's indicating that it's coming from within, and it's almost coming as just a light bulb moment of, oh my gosh, yeah, this is what I have to do. And that answer, it may be very different than what your head was telling you. It may be different from what other people have said or what seems like the normal thing to do, but I think you'll just have a very strong gut feeling of like, yeah, this is what I'm supposed to do. So this is a month of breakthroughs, a month of finding solutions, of getting clarity on decisions that need to be made. This could also be talking about creative inspiration. So especially for those of you who have been experiencing creative blocks, writer's block, things like that, I think you will be full of ideas this month, and there may even be a project that you finally finish. Like you may have gotten stuck on something and you're like, I just don't know how to like move forward with this. and the solutions are coming to you. With the High Priestess here as well, you could be in a little bit more of an introverted energy this month. Maybe you already are an introvert, but the High Priestess, I just feel like you're really enjoying your own company and also enjoying the company of your spiritual team. You could be talking a lot to your spirit guides this month. You could be talking to your ancestors. You could be talking to your passed on loved ones. I do feel like you have a lot of, I guess, spiritual company. You have your spiritual team all around you, and there's almost this feeling that the veil is thin this month. I think obviously your psychic abilities are there all year round, but you're feeling very in touch with these abilities in the month of January, and it's almost like you're just really vibing in your own energy, and you're not really feeling like having other people come into your space and mess with your energy. So you could just be feeling like your social battery is a little bit smaller this month, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It seems like you're just you're laying low a little bit more. It could also be for those of you who resonate with, you know, having creative inspirations or having new ideas come to you. You could be so into these ideas and so into working on your craft that you kind of become like a hermit, because you're just like in your house creating, or you're just in the studio creating. I don't really see you out and about as much. It's almost like you're just exploring in your own inner world, and that's something that's really fun and exciting for you. So let's look at our astrology cards for some more information. We have the part of fortune with increase. 444, as I'm holding this up, faded blessings. Faded blessings are coming to you this month. We also have Zadkiel, who I believe is an archangel, the angel of mercy. And we have the keywords forgiveness, ends estrangement, alignment, solutions, peaceful compromise, and release pain. Some of you may be like resolving a conflict or reconciling with someone this month. With ends estrangement, some of you could be coming out of separation with someone if you are desiring a reunion. Because we have like forgiveness, ends estrangement, release pain, peaceful compromise. I help heal energetic blockages through the process of forgiveness and transmute negativity with the violet flame. We have blue agate as a stone that could resonate with you. We have 6 to 12 months. So for those of you who are manifesting a specific thing, this could be indicating that it's going to take 6 to 12 months. And we also have give it time. So perhaps like that's a bit longer than some of you were expecting. We also have Mercury and the sign of Gemini. So a Gemini person could be significant this month, or you could have Gemini placements. And when the moon is in Gemini, it could also be an important time of the month. So I'm going to check when that is. I'm going to look at when the moon is in Gemini and Cancer, because the High Priestess is a water sign. So in January, the moon will be in these signs from the 20th to the 25th. The 20th to the 25th could be relevant dates in the month of January. And with these two cards together, you know, this card is talking about giving it time. It even has the number of the Hanged Man on it, the number 12. Which also has this feeling of a pause, a standstill. We're not rushing, we're trusting the process. There's something here where it's like the more time you take on it, the more blessings you are going to receive. And I feel like that's an important message for those of you who are manifesting, because it's like the amount of time that it has taken for this manifestation to arrive is equivalent to how big the blessing will be. It's very much a good things come to those who wait kind of message. And also for those of you who are creating, who are working on a project, it's very much giving quality over quantity. So the more time you pour into something to really perfect it, it will pay off that much more. It's like patience is your friend. Really taking your time is your friend. And also to not rush your intuition. You know, I feel like sometimes you know, even when we're doing readings, it's like, give me the answer now, and we're trying to like force it to come out. And sometimes it just has to come to us as we're living our life. So the answers will come to you, but I think it's kind of like when you're not pursuing them, when you're just letting it be, it will come up. And that's something that happens a lot with our subconscious mind. Like, rather than, you know, shining a flashlight into it and looking for the answers, if we just quiet down our conscious mind and let the subconscious surface, it will often just come floating up. We don't have to really go diving for it, if that makes sense. So yeah, whatever it is that you're doing, it's really important not to rush things, I think, is what these cards want to say. So let's take a look at our tea leaf cards to see anything else you need to be aware of this month. We have dog barking, advice from a friend. Chair empty, someone is leaving your life. And we have key, successful outcome to your problems. Very interesting. Because there was that message about like receiving a download and taking action based on that. I think what your spiritual team wants you to know is that taking advice from people is good because you can hear a lot of different perspectives. But at the end of the day, the decision needs to come from you. And there's also this feeling that, like, remember that even the most well-meaning people, when they're giving advice, a lot of the time it does come from their own subjective experience. And sometimes people can give advice that is a little bit biased. And I can't help but feel that maybe someone has given you, I almost would say, like, relationship advice that was maybe not, like, that didn't resonate with you, but then you're like, oh, but if they're saying it, maybe I should do it. I think that, I feel like this could go either way. There's a feeling of a friend who's giving you advice to be like, oh my gosh, like, dump that person, or oh my gosh, you shouldn't fuck with that person anymore. Like, they're advising you to leave someone's life or that you should let someone go, but your intuition is telling you that you want to make it work. Or it could be the other way around, where your friend is giving you advice like, no, like, you should make it work, but in your heart, you're feeling like, no, I don't want this anymore. 11/11, 11/11, as I'm talking about this, it's just like, at the end of the day, anyone who gives you advice about relationships, like, yes, we should listen and we should give them space, but you're the one who has to be in that relationship at the end of the day. And you are the one who has to make choices for yourself. And I feel like with successful outcome to your problems, I think there's a message to trust in your ability, trust in your own innate ability to find the right answers for you and to come to your own decisions. Yeah. So this concludes the general overview part of the reading. So we're going to move into the specific areas of your life now. I have one tarot card and one oracle card each for your love life and relationships, your career and studies, and your spiritual and personal growth. So for your love life and relationships, we're starting off with the Four of Crystals, the Four of Pentacles. And as I'm holding up this card, the camera is focusing on these. Like, it just put a square around these. And I kind of giggled when this came out, because the Four of Crystals is about, you know, holding on. We're not letting go. We're keeping things as they are. And then this came up. So I feel like some of you guys maybe are not ready to move on from a relationship, or you want to make things work with someone, and that's valid and that's worth exploring. And then we also have learning. Every group today has gotten a Pentacles card for their love and relationships, which I think is quite nice. It seems like we're all manifesting like stable, secure relationships, manifesting long-term relationships, and manifesting something that's real and that we can rely on. And just with this message of forgiveness and solutions and releasing pain and finding a peaceful compromise, I just feel like this group, there's someone that you can work things out with, or that you're not ready to let go of, or that you want a reunion with someone. And you know, I can't tell you what the final outcome is going to be, but I do feel called to say that you should honor that feeling and at least like see where it goes, because at the very least you will learn a lesson from this experience. But if you ignore your intuition, then nothing will happen. You know, it could be a great blessing, it could be a great lesson, but it's like you owe it to yourself to follow that gut instinct and see what it brings you. I think you guys who chose this group, you are very divinely guided in your love life and in your relationships and in who you feel drawn to. The Four of Crystals, for me, it makes me think of protection from your guardian angels and from things being in alignment. And, you know, with the beaver, this is a family-oriented person, a hard worker, a provider. I think this is the type of person you're manifesting, and it's also what you want to be for someone. I think you're the type of person, when you love someone, it really motivates you to work hard in all areas of your life, because it's like you get excited about building something with them and building something for them. And that's also the type of person that you are a match to. And you are in the process of manifesting something very stable like that. A relationship of trust, where you feel safe, where you feel grounded, where you feel in your body. And for some of you, there's just this feeling of like not being ready to let go, or it's not time to let go. We want to hold on. We want to make something work. This is Capricorn energy, by the way. It's actually the sun in Capricorn. So someone with a Capricorn sun could be significant, or because we are doing a reading for the month of January, like the sun is going to be in Capricorn for the first 3 weeks. So that could be a significant time. With learning here, many of you guys are in some kind of spiritual connection that has taught you a lot about yourself. And I think on a soul level, you're feeling that there's still more to learn from this connection. If I take this a little bit more literally, you could be like meeting someone significant, or like you have a spiritual connection with someone you go to school with. So you could meet someone at school or enter into a relationship with someone at school. Or if you're already in a relationship, you and your partner could be learning something new together, and that like maybe you're doing research together or you're studying together, and that could be deepening your bond. For your career and studies, we have the Page of Feathers, which is the Page of Swords. And we have Desire. Oh, that's very interesting. So having, oh my gosh, and the keywords are exploration and discovery. So exploring and discovering new desires that you have in terms of your career and studies. That's so cool. And the page, like, it's new, it's fresh, it's exciting, it's vibrant. You are definitely doing something new in your career, or you are like entering into a new study path. And maybe inspiration is also talking about this, like there's suddenly a new path that you get inspired by. And I feel like you're not really committing to any new path in the month of January. Like it seems like you're not quite at the point of committing and saying, I'm gonna completely make a career switch, or I'm gonna commit to studying this, I'm gonna make a financial commitment, or I'm gonna carve out time regularly in my schedule to like work on this thing. It seems like we're not quite there yet. We're still in the stage of exploring and seeing what might pique our interest. So, you know, in the example that maybe you get interested in music production, we're not at the state where you're like, I'm gonna quit my job and become a music producer, or like, I'm gonna set aside 1 day a week to make music. It seems like you're still in this stage of, oh, let me watch some YouTube videos, let me watch some tutorials, you could even, you know, meet someone who does this and you're like, let me just ask them questions, let me just pick their brain. It's like, ooh, this is interesting, I'm exploring. That's kind of the vibe of this Page of Swords, and you're getting some new ideas about what you might like to do. Like, I think Desires is talking about your passions, your interests, some new ideas about what you might like to do in the future. It's like you're thinking about making a change in your career. You're thinking about studying something new, and it's very exciting, which then that's really cool that we have learning here. You might meet someone in the month of January who, when you hear what they do for a living, it really piques your interest. And then you start to learn about it yourself. Because even like, well, these people look kind of rough, but there's 2 people in the card here. There's 2 people in the card here. I think a lot of these cards have 2 people in them. But anyway, oh my gosh, and I just saw 1919. The repeating numbers are crazy for this group. 1919, that's the number of the sun. So definitely new, exciting ideas. And it's almost feeling like a kid again. You're going back to a beginner level in something, which maybe you haven't done in quite some time, and it just feels very fun. And I think that even though this is the section of the reading for career and studies, with the sun and with the page and with this kind of non-committal energy, I think at least for this point, you're just kind of doing it as a hobby, but this is foreshadowing that it could turn into a source of income in the future. Very interesting. So for your spiritual and personal growth, we have the King of Shells. So this is the King of Cups. And again, the camera wants to focus on these. Harmony and integrity. King of Cups is also very in touch with his emotions, his intuition, his inner guidance. I think that's a big part of your spiritual and personal growth this month. And then for your oracle card, we have let go. This is like let go or surrender. This is, wow, okay. This is actually kind of hitting for me because it just comes together so nicely. So I really think that this King of Cups is a reiteration of trusting your intuition. But what your spiritual team is saying about this is that trusting our intuition, it's a practice. And we almost kind of want to approach it from a Page of Swords mindset and from a mindset of learning. You cannot learn about your intuition and how it guides you if you don't follow it. You cannot learn about your intuition if you don't act on it and see where it leads you. It's almost like collecting data about it. This is how your head and your heart work together. What they're saying is that following your intuition, it's a practice that you commit to. It's not a means to an end. It's not, I'm going to follow my intuition because I want this outcome. You do it for the practice of it. You do it because you're committed to you, not because of something external that you think following your intuition will grant you. And this surrender, it's talking about surrendering to the outcome. So, how can I give an example of this? Because I want to make sure that it's like understandable. So, okay, let's say you meet someone and intuitively you feel that this person is very significant. You feel very, very drawn to them. So your intuition is telling you to pursue this connection. If your intuition is telling you that, because it's a practice of committing to yourself, because it's a practice of listening to your inner guidance, that is the reason why you will go through with it. And however the situation ends up, your job is to see, why did my intuition lead me to this? What is it that I gained from this experience? What is it that I learned from this experience? Why did my higher self want me to do this? And that's how we start to understand more about our higher self and why they guide us the way they do. What they want out of this experience, out of this life, what our soul is trying to do. And I think a lot of the time our ego gets in the way and is like, well, my intuition told me to pursue this person, so that means that I should end up in a relationship with them. And I wanna find out how this story ends before I decide whether or not I'm gonna listen to my intuition. And I'm only gonna do it if we end up together. That's kind of like, I mean, disrespect is a very strong word, but it's not honoring your intuition. Your intuition is saying, like, let me cook, let me show you. Just listen to me and let me show you where this leads. It's not like, okay, intuition, I'll come with you, but this better be good. Like, I better end up with them because you said I should pursue the connection. We don't know, like, we don't know where it's going to lead. I think it's about having the humility of like, I don't know where this is going to lead, but I'm going to just trust what you're saying, higher self, and I'm going to go with it. And I trust that whatever is on the other side, whatever it is that I learn from this or gain or just whatever I experience is going to be for my highest good. And this is a big part of your spiritual and personal growth in the month of January. Yeah. So for the final part of this reading, we're just going to take a look at a few oracle cards for some messages, guidance, or some words of encouragement. Wow. Literally same message. And that happened in another group too. Like this final card and this had like the exact same word on it. Surrender. What you can't control is teaching you how to let go. We also have, my heart is overflowing with joy. So I think your higher self wants you to know that being in this state of surrender is actually going to bring a lot of joy to your life, because it no longer becomes about like your ego's rigid plan, and it just becomes about bearing witness to the beauty of the universe's plan. And that's very high priestess as well. Just opening your heart to the miracles around you and not like forcing things in any one way or the other. That's where you find your true joy. There's some expression, I don't know the exact words of it, but I think it's something like, when you want nothing, that's when you realize you have everything. Or like when you need nothing, that's when you manifest everything. There's some expression that is a sentiment of that. I just can't remember the exact wording right now. And then for your final oracle card, this one is beautiful. Birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. And isn't it so beautiful? It's like when you truly let go, as these cards are saying, that's when you can experience real joy. That's when you can experience your dreams becoming a reality. When you just see how these people are like handing it over to the rabbit, it really feels like just handing it over to the universe. Or in this case, it's really your higher self who has been coming through the most, handing it over to your higher self, saying that I trust in your plan. I trust in your desires, to your own soul. I trust where you are leading me. Yep. This is a highly spiritual month. So my group number 3s, these are all of the messages that I have for you. So I'm going to end the reading here. Thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. If you enjoy my content and you'd like to find me elsewhere, I'm going to have linked down below my tarot reading Instagram, my personal Instagram, my Patreon, where you can watch a ton of exclusive pick a card readings just like this one, and you can also decide on the topics for future videos. I will link my music channel, which includes the intro song of this video. That is an original song. I'll also have my latest release link down below. And finally, my vlog channel and my merch, which features the floating temple that was at the start of this video. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, my channel, anything I do. I really, really appreciate having you here. I really appreciate your support, and I'm sending you so much love. To you, to anyone who appeared in this reading, either directly or indirectly. I'm sending love to your higher self, your beautiful, beautiful higher self, your spirit guides, your spiritual team, and all of your loved ones, both here on earth and in the other realms. And I'm getting very emotional doing this outro. I think just because you are so loved. You are so loved, and you have such a big and strong spiritual team. And it's really an honor to connect with you and to connect with them. So thank you for being here, and I'm sending lots of love, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.